Okay, great. We're back. Yeah. I was muted temporarily just to make sure all of this worked. And now you should be hearing Elden Ring in the background. Fun times. I will need to briefly make sure that Elden Ring shows up on my stream sources. So bear with me while that happens. It's been a while since I streamed this. Specifically that window, and then... Excuse me while I move stuff around. There we go. And then I need to make sure it fits the screen. Hang on. It's still there. Trust me, it's still there. There we go. Alright, so... Here is what I'm doing, and here is the reason that I'm doing it. Elden Ring has a lot of weapons. There is a lot of different playstyles, and I have only really sampled a little bit of this. I had my first playthrough where I played through with a warrior, like started with this, didn't really know how the game worked, ended up with a kind of mix of magic and katanas and stuff like that. And the next playthroughs I've done, I did one with Zloy XP where we did our like co-op playthrough, and I started as a confessor and built out like a kind of hybrid like paladin build with like fire magic and a few other things. Kind of went back and forth between weapons. But I go to the Elden Ring wiki every so often because I've been doing like challenge runs like here and there, or I've been doing like little kind of challenges to myself, or I've been going back through, but I always end up defaulting to the same weapons. And when I've been looking at the Elden Ring wiki, does this display capture show that monitor? Okay, cool. I want to show you this real fast. So let's tell it to look at monitor 3, which is that one. Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is the weapon comparison table on the Elden Ring wiki, and there are a lot of different weapons, each of which you can build your character around, basically. You have like a whole bunch of different play styles. Some of them are just basic daggers, some of them are like the most legendary weapons in the game, and people tend to hop back and forth between weapons a lot as they're exploring this game for the first time. What I want to do, and this is a ridiculous idea, but it's something I want to start on stream, and then we'll see if it becomes a thing or not. I want to work through all of the weapons in Elden Ring in alphabetical order. I want to beat the game with every weapon it is possible to beat the game with in alphabetical order, because the chart is here. So Hype for Elden Ring DLC is happening right now, and I don't really have like a main character that I want to take into the DLC, and so I kind of just want to try out some new stuff. And so I'm planning on working through this sort of in alphabetical order. The problem with this is that it starts off pretty basic, right? The Academy Glintstone Staff is the one that we're going to be doing today. We're not going to be completing the game today, obviously, because it's a long game, but I want to at least get started on a playthrough of that, and that's fairly easy to acquire. The second item on this list is the Alabaster Lord Sword, which you can only get from the Lake of Rot, which is about 80% of the way through the game, depending on how much you like play certain areas or quest lines or whatever. And then the Albinauric Bow you can get from the Consecrated Snowfields right before the Erdtree, which again is like the area with the game's hardest boss in it. So there are going to have to be some guidelines to how we approach this. The first of which is going to be, if it is reasonable to acquire the game, to acquire the weapon, like as early as possible, you get it as early as possible, and then you make sure that you meet like the stat requirements to wield the weapon in the first place. And up until that point, if you have to deal with anything major, so be it, right? But the goal is to play the majority of what you want to do for that playthrough with the weapon. So basically make a beeline for this weapon as quickly as you possibly can, and I'm going to try my best to stick to just using starter equipment for whichever character class we end up picking, and just like leveling that up, because I've seen people do runs where they stick with just like the samurai starter gear and they do pretty well. But I want to start with the Academy Glintstone Staff, do an astrologer playthrough, which I've never actually attempted fully, and we're just going to build everything around glintstone sorcery and stuff that assists with glintstone sorcery. I'm not going to only use the staff, like we'll have to have a sword as well, but it's not going to be like the star of that playthrough, basically. So, the goal for today is to start the Academy Glintstone Staff playthrough of Elden Ring. And we're going to be starting as an astrologer because I feel like doing it. We're going to name this guy Academy Glintstone. We'll name him like a... I don't know, what should we name him? We'll name him Academy Staff. Staff only. But not staff only at the same time. A.G. Stone. Aaron G. Stone. There we go. That's that guy's name. He's going to be a young Aaron. We're going to start with... it doesn't really matter hugely. I would say we probably want to start with Fanged Imp Ashes, because if he's going to be a magic class, we're going to have some stuff that we can use to summon, right? Like, I think we go in as a summoner. Let's choose a base template. We'll have him be an aristocrat. That makes sort of sense. I guess he's not going to be the most muscular of fellows. I guess we'll maybe change his hair. Let's see. What can we go with as an academic hairstyle? Do we want to go with the bowl cut? The widow's peak? I think one of these is probably fine for Aaron. Yeah. I think we'll just go in like this. And let's get started. Sheepscalibur, Poster Nerd, GSXR Spartan, thank you for the resubs. I'll let this play.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered.
You've never seen the intro to this game? Wow.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
There she is.
Now,
It's more like this.
Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
The Eternal Yoga Pose.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
On your list of games to play but never have? Well, at least you'll get to see it. If you want to hang out.
Taint of their newfound strength
DLC hype right there.
triggered the shattering.
You're already on your third run? Yeah, I'm on my, like, fourth or fifth, casually. This is something different, though.
A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
You watch your boyfriend play the entirety of it, but somehow missed the first cutscene? Well, here it is.
Oh, rise now, ye tarnished.
Ye dead, who yet live?
Yet live. The call of long lost grace speaks to us all.
Sing along if you know the words.
Orlu,
Chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion,
Here he is.
the loathsome Dung Eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing.
What a squad. What a freaking squad, dude. the hype escalates. And one other.
and one other, whom grace would again bless,
A default astrologer of no renown.
a tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between.
This is the check of whether you've done anything absolutely atrocious with the character creator, if your chin like extends beyond the hood or whatever your character's wearing at the time.
And become the Elden Lord.
With every possible weapon in alphabetical order.
Alright, we're in. Let's go, baby! Alright, time to go die. I'm not going to attempt to beat Grafted Scion. The main reason being, I kind of want to avoid killing any bosses until we've acquired the main weapon for this run. So this is just going to be me dying to a spider, I guess. We start off with a tiny little shield. What's our other equipment? Oh, we do have a short sword. Yeah, okay, cool. So we can at least hack and slash a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might stick to short swords. We might model this on the astrologer's starting equipment. And we obviously have the Fanged Imp Ashes, which I can't summon yet, I guess. I don't know if you can summon them in this fight. Be kind of fun if you could. But I guess you can't. You don't have the summoning bell yet. Makes sense. Yep, there we go. And we're dead. You don't have to die here, but if you kill that boss, the game gives you another scenario in which you die anyway, so... Who's the ghost? The ghosts that you see are little kind of spectral versions of other players. So you sort of see what other people around you have done in that area, just in case one of them gives you a hint at, like, how to interact with the environment in a way that wasn't obvious to you. They, like, roll through an invisible wall or something like... Oh, like an invisible wall, you know what I mean? An illusory wall. But yeah. 307 playthroughs is a lot. We got to start with number 1. And I honestly don't foresee this going too far, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. I'm going to be watching the cutscenes for this because we're doing it on stream, but, you know, in the long term, we know what's going to happen. Say hello to Melina.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side.
I really like the grind. It's true.
We found him here, after all.
And honestly, this is a game that you can play in so many different ways, and I feel like I have my favorite ways of playing, but I just want to see what the other ways of playing are like.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring,
And the weapons and stuff in this game are so versatile.
even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Alright, we're up. We're up and about. Sorry, Blackclad, I know. Play vicariously through me. Watch this while you do your art. Have I done any alt endings? I've done Frenzied Flame. I did Rani's ending the first time through, and the rest of them are all just kind of carbon copies of each other, so it never really had that much appeal to me to go through and make sure I'd done, like, Dung Eater's ending. I have done all the quests in the game on a completely separate playthrough. Alright, we're good. Let's organize this, first of all. So we have that, we have this, and then we have the Imp Ashes. And then, honestly, I don't know how I'm going to organize my flasks and stuff yet, but we don't need to worry too much about that. Let's do the cave, just so I can get graces and stuff. I also want to quickly check whether I'm on... Okay, I'm on full screen. Can I be in borderless windowed, and does that still capture okay? Alright, it does. Yeah, cool. So now I can actually get out to my browser window in case I need to show anything from the wiki. The hints and stuff won't pop up because I've disabled them a while ago. Which ending I do on the Barefist run? I think I might have done Rani's ending just because a lot of the cutscenes are hilarious if you're basically naked, which Barefist Steve was. So eventually when we get to the Spiked Cestus run, it will be kind of hilarious to just revisit Barefist Steve again, but obviously that's not going to happen for a long time, and they've probably added a lot more weapons along with the DLC, so I'm honestly not wholly certain if I'm ever going to finish this, but like I said, you got to start so that you know how far along you can truly get. This is the instruction that I always missed during this section. It tells you to two-hand a weapon so you can break this guy's guard, and I never do. Elden Ring and Minecraft Dungeons, Barefist Steve really came around. He sure did, yes. Blocking us for losers! Are we playing DLC today? No, DLC is not out yet. Elden Ring DLC is not coming out until, I think, end of June? Like June, I want to say 21st? Stab this guy. Pretty standard. I am a magic build, yes, but I don't have my staff yet. Also, magicians can use swords too. This astrologer stuff we're not going to get to until a much later playthrough. But, you know, we'll use it on Soldier of Godrick, I guess. Soldier of God, Rick! Easy mode. Man takes 4 hits and he's dead. Get wrecked. Alright, strength! Let's go. Once we get to Limgrave, I have a very specific set of priorities, and it's not going to involve fighting Tree Sentinel for 2 hours, so we'll save that for the Golden Halberd playthrough. Which is going to actually be hilarious if we ever get that far, because the earliest you can fight Tree Sentinel is, like, immediately, but you need a lot of... You need much better stats if you're going to actually wield the Golden Halberd, so we'll cross those bridges when we come to them. Yes, Godrick and Morty. Alright, let's talk to Vare, simply because I don't want to miss some of the quest lines if we decide we're going to do them later. We'll tag this Grace. Blah, 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 blah. Maidenless, maidenless, maidenless. Oh, I jumped. My bad. I'm pretty sure his weapon is something like Bunch of Roses, and it starts with a B. So there is definitely a playthrough of this where ostensibly we come out of the Fringe Folk Hero's grave and we immediately kill Vare. Didn't mean to activate the summoning pool. We're going to go around this guy anyway. But yeah, we're not going to immediately kill Vare. What kind of playthrough would this be if I immediately went and killed Vare? Instead, we're going to go and immediately kill Thops. But first I have to get the horse so I can even get to Liurnia. Dragonstein, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. So, for anybody who has just popped in to see what this is about, Elden Ring is a game I've played several times. I've played it 4 or 5 different times, and I find myself defaulting to a specific playstyle more often than not, and I want to break that habit. So my goal right now is to begin the process of playing through Elden Ring multiple times, seeing if we can beat the game with every weapon in alphabetical order. And today we're going to start with the Academy Glintstone Staff, which can be gotten from any of the mages in Raya Lucaria.
I'm glad you've made an
But you can also guaranteed get it from killing Thops the Bluntstone. So I'm going to make a beeline for Gatefront. We're going to get the horse. We're going to ride to Liurnia, kill Thops, and then the playthrough starts. And at that point, I'm planning on basically building this astrologer solely around glintstone sorceries and probably primeval sorceries. We're going for a really solid intelligence build, and the other stuff we're going to get will be informed by the stats we need to level in order to make the Academy Glintstone Staff the star of the show. So, we're going to rest here, speak to Melina, get our noble steed. And things will progress from there. Yeah, revived immediately goes to kill one specific guy. My character has a grudge against Thops specifically, although in order to get Thops' barrier, we will have to revive him later. So we're probably going to need to get a Celestial Dew so that we can actually pursue his quest line, which is short, but is the only way of getting that spell. Because I really want to try out Thops' barrier. Like, I never bothered with it before. And it can, like, deflect magic. So I'm like, sure, let's do that. I'm also thinking maybe we get the shield that has the magic parry.
I offer you an accord.
Which I think is the one you buy from Peninsula, but I could be wrong.
Have you heard of the Finger Maiden? They serve but you. I can play.
Skip the dialogue. We're taking her to the foot of the Erdtree.
I bequeath.
She tells you how to level up, gives you the horse.
It will summon a torrent. Treat him.
Alright, we can't level up right now because I don't have enough runes. And I'm only level 6 as an astrologer. I forgot the level is so low. That's actually kind of cool. Right, time to set up the pouch. And I think I'm going to... Oh, I can't do that yet. I'm going to reassign my flasks 2 and 2 so that I can use magic a little more effectively if I need to. We need to remove Memory of Grace because I never use that. The horse is going on down on the D-pad. Let's go! So we're going to ignore everything here except for this. I am going to get this. I'm going to ignore that. We're going to ignore this guy and his friends. I am going to pick up the golden seed on the way past. I'm also trying to iron out like the details of how this is going to go for hypothetical future runs. I'm not going to count my chickens just yet. But I do sort of want to lay down some ground rules about stuff like summoning. Especially if I'm not comfortable with a playstyle for a weapon. I think I'm going to allow myself to summon if it's just going to make stuff easier. Because there are going to be some weapons that I just don't gel with. And I think the most straightforward and honestly kind thing I could do for myself is allow myself to use some of the other tools that you have for getting the job done in this game. I don't have anything to prove. I've beaten the game without summons. I think it'd be really funny to get a Mimic tier that's, like, also using exactly the same set of weapons and everything. Anyway, we'll grab this. We'll take the path to Liurnia. We should turn up roughly at the church where Thops is. And then we will kill him. And then I'll go back and see Rani and we'll actually get the summoning bell. Although I'm fairly certain at this point I can use the Fanged Imp Ashes anyway. Just as long as I'm within a summoning, like, zone. The bows will be a bit of a pain. I've heard, and I've never really bothered with bows, but that's the thing. I've seen people who get very good with them. And I'm not limiting myself to just one weapon. Like, if there are some bosses that are just impossible to fight ranged, the game doesn't intend you to only use one weapon the entire time. I am going to be slightly kinder to myself in that sense as well. But like I said, I really want to build around the stats of whatever weapon I've chosen for that playthrough and have it be the star of the show. So here's the church where Thops is. The Church of Irith. Gonna grab the Sacred Tear here because why not? You swine! You killed my father! It had not occurred to me that him fighting back would be a sincere problem. But then again, I am very early in this playthrough, so... If only I had your shield already. Oh, dang it. Okay, he got me. I'll be back for round 2. Mark my words. Maybe we should have a wizard duel. Yep, first death. We're not going to do a death count, because that's going to go badly for me quite quickly. The thing is, right, we can approach this playthrough like this, and it's goofy and it's fun. When it comes to the Alabaster Lord's Sword, the second one, we're going to have to approach this very differently. Because I have to strategize for how I'm going to get to the Lake of Rot in the shortest possible series of moves, whilst also being prepared to fight the enemy that drops the sword when I get there. I think one of the things I'm going to do is switch the staff to my other hand and kind of play this like prisoner style for a bit. I could also absolutely go to the round table hold or improve the attack power of my sword right now. But I will do neither. Yeah, he wanted to make sure I was 100% dead, yes. Going to ignore the wolves. This time around, I think I will hit the lake-facing cliffs Grace. Which I didn't before, mostly because I thought I was just going to be able to waltz in there and kill Thops. But it turns out he's actually a competent wizard, which is also kind of the point of his questline, is proving that he's a competent wizard. Or sorcerer, sorry. They're not really wizards, are they? I'm back! You're not forgiven. Ah, he's actually hitting me with his staff. That's incredible. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get in the corner. Let's bully this man. Okay, get behind the pillar. Use the pillar. It's time for a wizarding duel. Okay, we're kind of trading blows here. I think that's not the best way for us to do this. I think his casting speed is slightly faster than mine as well. I think we've got him, though. We've got him on the ropes. Deal the final blow with the sword. No! Oh, so close. Okay, second death. You win this round, but I was so close. I could have switched to the other spell and got him with a wave if he was behind the pillar. Maybe that's the strat. I'm going to need to get a lot better at this game if we're going to survive 300 plus playthroughs or whatever the full list of weapons is, plus the DLC. Third time's the charm, baby. Stop rolling. We can all roll, Topes. Thing is, the staff, when he's swinging it at me, does not do a whole lot of damage until he starts doing this. No, no. Oh, I see. I see how it is. No. Oh, he caught me while I was drinking. The swine. He knows my tricks. But I know his. Ah. A playthrough with each item in order is the idea. Honestly, I'm having an easier time at this than I would if I tried to get it from the enemies in Raya Lucaria, so... Fourth time's the charm. Maybe I should try fighting him on the horse. Just ride up to him and start swinging with the sword. He'll have a harder time getting away, but he might have a easier time rolling. That's right, I brought a horse! What you gonna do, buddy? What he's gonna do is fire at the horse. Nope. Dang it. Can't let him get a second. He might actually kill me by hitting me with a staff if I let that continue. Okay, we've got a couple of solid hits in there. I am out of healing flasks, but not magic. Oh, no, he got me. I was hoping to switch to the Glintstone Arc spell, but I just missed it. Yeah, that's right. Think about it. Think about what you've done. I'm coming for you, buddy. I just want to start the playthrough. I just want to get this guy out of the way so I can literally start this playthrough. Gotta chase him down. That's right, get in the corner. He's like hiding in the bushes from me. This is so funny. Your rolling will get you nowhere. It's over, Thops. I have the high ground. If you get this close to him, he's got that astrologer playstyle of like, I back off to cast spells. He's literally punching me now. Okay, we backstabbed him. That's satisfying, I think. There it is. And in that fashion, the playthrough begins. I need 28 intelligence to use this. So I cannot use it yet. However, I have 16 intelligence, so we're partway there. Okay, now we've done that. It's time to go back to the church and think about what we've done. The Mage's Duel evolves into fisticuffs? Yeah. I also got a surprising amount of runes from that.
Forgive me. I've been testing you.
And apparently I passed.
If the Elden Ring would truly have you, if you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions.
Reginald, I don't know anything about that. I don't have any kind of public Discord or anything, so I don't know.
Very well. Let me...
Alright, let's go to the Round Table Hold. And let's level up for the first time. Because I really need to. Oh, goodness me, do I need to. First of all, let's use that golden seed. Could have used the flasks, I guess. And, okay, I don't have enough runes to level up unless I picked up a golden rune, but I haven't yet, so let's go say hi to people.
Welcome to the I teach income and explore so that one day ensuring by the way you do most tarnish you.
So Corrin, we're not really going to interact with at all because he teaches incantations and we're not going to use those. D is not here yet. Roderica already is. That's weird. Let's say hi to Dialos.
The honor of one. By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her.
I'm doing stuff in such a weird order.
A pleasure to my name isn't this the round table. I never knew.
Does she not give you the jellyfish?
It's all a bit. I'm still looking.
Oh, interesting. Huh. So we've skipped the jellyfish by going to see Thops first. That's unusual.
You're a youth no matter loud. You're
Alright. I need 2 smithing stones for that, so we can't upgrade that yet. Nor the astrologer's staff, but we're not going to be using that anyway. Let's go get a hug.
Greetings, I am
Yes, no soul level 1 run. To be fair, I'm already soul level 6, because you have to start as a wretch if you're playing level 1, so it doesn't really matter either way.
You are very warm. What you felt light up inside. Oh, it is but a come back to me. Should you, I will take you. I am pleased. Would you like the blessing? Would you like?
I don't know if this starts the rest of her dialogue yet. The thing is, I don't know which ending we're going to go for yet, so I feel like Rani's ending makes sense for a sorcerer, but I don't know. Your first run was the Death Prince ending? Nice. I knew nothing about... There we go. I knew nothing about all of that stuff.
The remains of an exhausted
for my first playthrough. Like, I genuinely didn't know Fia's whole deal. And, like, I heard about is it Lich Dragon something? Lich Dragon Fortis Axe or whatever? Like, I never knew that boss fight existed. Never even got that far. I got to Deeproot Depths. And that was it. Anyway, we don't really have the materials to do a great deal yet, so... Where's Gideon? Oh, there he is. I'm like, we should at least talk to Gideon.
Oh, that can't remember very well. It is sick.
While I've got my, like, Michelin Man aura going on. Alright, cool. Get his grumpy self out of the way. Let's go see the other grumpy self. So here is one of the other things I've considered doing for future playthroughs, is allow myself access to the basic weapons that you can buy here, because then that at least allows you to get like a weapon that does strike damage in case you're dealing with enemies that are like magic resistant but also slashing damage resistant. I've never used a mace. Obviously that's going to come up later. Oh, the Lone Wolf Ashes and the Spirit Calling Bell are here. So we've actually missed the chance to interact with Ranni for the first time too. By going to Liurnia, I guess? Interesting. We're going to get those, obviously. Because it makes sense to, if we're going to be summoning in any great degree. I don't have enough for the Lone Wolf Ashes, though. So we'll have to go back to Liurnia. Or Limgrave, I guess. Where should we start, though? Because I basically just want to level up quickly. So I'm thinking maybe we just get the map and we start thinking about places we can go that will get us spells, right? Like, obviously, Sellen is the first port of call, probably. I thought I was sneaking, and I was not sneaking. Cool. Killed him. That guy doesn't care. So the other option is we go and kill Greyoll. And I think that might be a really good fallback option, considering that some of these weapons can be acquired easily but need a lot of like stat investment, shall we say. So I think maybe we go and fight Greyoll. It's where I die every time I've tried to play. Yeah, I died a lot here at first as well. I think this is another area of the game that sort of teaches you you can still be sneaky. And also that shields don't always block magic damage. So if we have this, then we at least end up with a weapon that... Oh, I can't wield it yet. Like, what's the lowest stat investment weapon that will allow me to do bleed damage? The katana is too much dex. I think maybe if we get the Morning Star from the carriage on the Weeping Peninsula, because we'll need to head that way anyway. Let's at least kill a couple more guys here and get some runes. I could almost farm runes from these guys if we use Glintstone Arc. And just have them all chase me in a line, but... Alright, ignore that guy for now. Let's at least level up once. They block magic, just not all the magic, is true. Different types of shields as well. That's another thing I'm excited to get into. But we'll do that later. I need to put a point into intelligence because we need to get some of the way there. But I also need to put a point into strength or dex, depending on what will let me use the Morning Star. But at least for now, we can go south. And I'll need to beat Tibia Mariner anyway. So yeah, let's start there. Let's start with beating Tibia Mariner, because that's a fight I can do with basically any weapon. Oh, all right. I guess we'll deal with Bok.
You were just thank you. I was pushing.
All right, we have Bok now. Let's talk to him until he talks about the cave. All right, cool. We've done all the Bok's dialogue. I also don't know what I'm going to do in terms of, like, ashes and stuff. In terms of, like, weapon skills. So, kind of want to get everything I can, which means determination. Yeah, I'm going to go... First of all, I'm going to go up here. Because I'm pretty sure at the top of this is where you get one of the... Oh, I can't get up that way. This is where you get one of the gold-pickled foul feet, I think. Or is this just a rune? Ah! These guys. There we go. Bok's going to be really annoying by the 300th run. He's a sweet boy. Leave him alone. There it is. Okay, cool. So we need that for getting some extra runes out of Greyoll anyway. So that's that. So we need to go south to Weeping Peninsula so I know how many runes I have to commit. I really want to go here because that's where Sellen is, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Can get around the back this way so we don't run through that entire parade of guys. We can also pick up some free golden runes here too. That's a boon to us. Just for a few extra easy runes. And as few wolf encounters as possible, ideally. This kind of on-the-fly stuff is also kind of fun. Like, I've not had to, like, scrounge for stuff before because I didn't meet the weapon requirements. In like, recent runs, I have planned a lot of the stuff that I've done. And in this, I'm going in with the only plan being Academy Glintstone Staff. I tell you when this is going to get... Oh, that's the bear. I forgot that that guy was the bear. Never mind. Not going to worry about it. Bye-bye. Also going to have to dodge around some of this. Ah! I mean, instantly die. That's what I meant. Luckily, there's a stake of Marika right here. Yeah, jumping into that ballista bolt, not particularly advisable. Fortunately, he won't get a chance to fire a second time. There we go. Graze him with the sword and we win. Also, you can go. And there's a stone sword key on one of these guys. I think this one. Yeah, the spirit springs are fun for just doing stunts. We'll talk to Arena now because it feels bad to just leave her there and ride past, but...
Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is the servant.
Bend my ear.
But I swear, my good father decided him.
So for those who haven't seen this before, she comes from a castle to the south that is currently overrun by misbegotten.
Thank you, please.
And we're taking this letter to her father, who is the Castellan. He's effectively the steward of the castle. But what we're really after is over here. We're going to ignore the big boy. And hopefully ignore the dogs and stuff as well. Although there's a couple here that I'll basically have to fight. And then that guy's not even going to get up. Perfect. Alright, now I have a Morning Star. Ho ho ho. Need a mod that fixes the camera controls for this game so you can play it. Yeah, the camera is the real Dark Souls boss. So, what do I need to wield the Morning Star? 12 strength. That seems doable, and it's equivalent blood loss build-up. We don't have to put 6 points into dex and 2 into strength. We just have to put 4 into strength, and I can always reassign those stat points later. So I'll say we'll do it. The other option would be going to Dragon Barrow Merchant, getting the Spiked Cestus, and doing my usual thing there, but I sort of don't want to do that. So we'll crush all of these, which means we can get 2 more levels up, and then we're going to be a strong boy for a minute here. Well, I'm fairly certain that the staff here, I mean, it has strength as a required attribute, and it scales with strength, but there's not really the sorcery scaling that's affected, and it's only an E scaling anyway, so not the biggest of deals. Funny that it requires less strength to wield than the astrologer's starting staff, but there you go. Alright, so now we just need 1 more point in strength. I don't know if this is going to get us there, but we'll crush those anyway. Oh, cool, it does. Alright, we now have enough stats to wield the Morning Star. We can go and fight Greyoll. Nice. So our next port of call is going to be... Meanwhile, back at the short sword. I guess we'll go to Gatefront, we'll ride around, we'll head to... Oh, I think we need to go through Stormhill. Don't we? So actually we'll start here. That's easier. And wait, does Roderica leave the jellyfish for you here? She does. Oh no, she leaves a golden seed there. Then what was... How do we get the jellyfish? Are we just locked out of jellyfish from now on? At least we get another flask. I think that might be the last flask that we can get for just 1 golden seed, but we'll find out. Okay, on we go. We're going to avoid the troll here. And yeah, we go this way. Stopping only to pluck these arrows from this guy. Nice. More wolves, more wolves. I'm just going to dash through here because, to be quite honest, I don't see the point in getting anything from here right now. Bye-bye. Going to ignore Alexander. Much as I would like to help him out right now. Is he not even... Oh, no, he is there. His dialogue just showed up a little late. I'm going to take the Saint's Bridge Grace for the minute. But then there is also a Grace outside of Summonwater Village. We can grab the Smithing Stones from this statue on the way past. We should have more than enough to upgrade to like 2 or 3 at this point. Oh, and D is actually here. Cool. I guess we did end up going to Round Table Hold really early, so... Gotta make sure we double tap. Seems like Glintstone Arc territory to me. Nice. I guess we don't have to get this information from D, but I just like doing it for the quest line. I will not turn back. I will go and beat the snot out of this skeleton. And his canoe. Because I am Aaron G. Stone. And I want to use my staff. Let's get our flasks back. And the first thing this guy does is vanish and go around the corner, so... Let's not worry about him too much here, and let's make a beeline for the corner. The one thing I'm concerned about in this playthrough is mana management. But let's throw caution to the wind here and get some extra help. Get wrecked. Oh, he's doing his special move, which actually does more damage to his adds most of the time, and he's dead. Crushed it, pretty good. Good fight. Better than the Topes fight, anyway. Shout out to the Fanged Imps. They really helped me out there, I think.
Another foe with a prowess for weeding deathroot.
How would I like to earn the strength of beasts? Honestly, not on this playthrough, but I'm really just here to get to Dragon Barrow.
Very well. I've marked the loop. It will lead you to... I have a map. I spotted them in ill...
Oh yes, the Mark of the Centipede, I remember. Actually, half of the Curse Mark of Death, which is kind of why he spotted the Mark of the Centipede in the first place, because it's the half that Godwyn has. We could go down there for the Turtle Talisman, but I see little point in doing that right now. Instead, we're going to jump off a cliff, probably around here. Maybe we'll get the runes from here first. Also got a decent amount of runes to spend on starting to level up now, so we can maybe put some points into intelligence at long last. Now, how do I get over there from here? Can I jump up these? That's probably not the most advisable way to do it. Is it the only way to do it? Or can I get off the cliffside here? Is he holding a child? He has some pretty cool looking armor. Is about the long and the short of it. There we go. We made it here. We can hop down the Spirit Springs to the church instead of going down the gravestones. Sacred Blade. Don't know if we'll need to do holy damage much on this playthrough, but we'll see. Let's get the Flask of Wondrous Physic, because that's going to become very useful to this playthrough later. Especially once we have the one that allows you to cast spells without consuming mana for a little bit. Okay, now we need 2 golden seeds. Right. Yeah. Let's get some Marika lore.
Spoken echoes linger here. Words of Queen Marika. If you wish, I will share them with you.
Sure.
Very well, my lord. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will wage war well.
Nice. With our eyes dimmed, we will wage war. And now, intelligence. How much do I need? 28? 28. That's such a high number. Also going to tidy that up a little bit. Now, we need at least 9 levels of intelligence, so we are going to go and fight Greyoll. Which means taking a trip to see Garank. I don't know if this gate activates before you beat Tibia Mariner, but I assume it just stays active. It's like the ones in Shifra River where you can just like use them anyway. You don't have to like activate them. It is always active? Okay, cool. That's cool. I'm actually not going to introduce myself to Garank because I will not need any of the stuff he gives me. Because none of it is like sorcery, it's all incantations. So instead we're gonna high-five this guy and just run. Although we can get a golden seed from here, so we are halfway to another flask. Avoid the vulgar militia, who are a real pain once they start chasing you. There's also the Knights Cavalry guy over here that you can cheese into jumping off a bridge to get a decent amount of runes, but I've never quite got the strats down for that, so I'm probably not going to attempt it right now. So I guess the rules for this run are going to be that I should only fight bosses if they are integral to me being able to use the weapon that I'm trying to use. If they are necessary for me to level up so that I can earn the stats to use the weapon. I feel like Greyoll is always the exception. We also need to definitely avoid that guy, because he will absolutely smoke me. To be fair, I had a decently hard time with him on my latest casual playthrough. But let's get up here, rest at Fort Faroth. And start swinging. Can you tell I've done this part before? I think I'm going to go in and get the medallion and the... I mean, I don't really need the Soul Seal, but I think I'm going to try going in here now. Just so I don't have to come back here with more runes to lose. I am going to get poisoned climbing this ladder. Oh, actually made it. Nice. But yeah, like losing 180 runes is a little different to losing like 3,000 or whatever I'd have left at the end. So let's attempt to go and get the Soul Seal anyway, and if I don't manage to get it, then oh well. It doesn't really affect intelligence, but it might be a boon if we need, like, a little extra bonus bit of strength or something later. This also has a golden rune, which is pretty valuable, so we can grab that. This rat around the corner always gets me. We can avoid that. Yeah, there we go. And we've made it. So now this rat can kill me and I'm fine. Sweet. The ladder animations never get old. They get old when your character is mostly naked, which is the case with Barefoot Steve because he, like, benefits from having no other equipment load. And, yeah, that gets real old at looking at a guy's butt every time he's going up a ladder. Okay, I'm going to very quickly equip this to that so that I can have it ready, but it's not a huge problem. Like, the window to use the foul foot is often pretty lenient. So now we're just going to hack away at Greyoll's tail for a while. And every so often we will get bleed damage. She's noticed us. But I think we'll be fine. It's about as easy as the Ender Dragon fight these days. Where's our next bleed hit? There it is. I'm so looking forward to being able to use my staff and then actually play the game somewhat normally from there. Might also still leave me with enough runes that I can buy some of the spells from Sellen, which will be nice. But then I think my priority is going to be leveling up the staff so my spells just do more damage right away. Because there are obviously going to be some spells that are circumstantially more useful, but the key really is making sure that the spells do decent damage. On my first playthrough, I had very little understanding of how the weapon upgrade system worked, so I think for the longest time I didn't realize that you couldn't... that you could upgrade your staff as well, and that allowed you to deal more damage. But I think I was also using the Meteorite staff, which I don't think you can level at all anyway. But obviously on that one I had no restrictions on what I was using. Whereas in this one I'm trying to use a very specific set of weapons. No, I'm not going to farm Greyoll, I'm just going to do it this once. I'm not planning on, like, exploiting these mechanics any more than they can be naturally. Because I think, honestly, if you farm runes for absolutely ages, it's going to make the game quite easy. Which might be fun in the case of, like, a playstyle that I don't like, but I want to at least give it a chance. And if I really want to go farm runes later, I can do it at Mogwyn Palace, so... just buy a ton of arrows, get a decent bow. By that point, we should have done Castle Morn. I would have had, like, some short bows from the Mistbegottens there or something. 2 more decent rounds of bleed and we should be good here. Is this played on keyboard or controller? You can do either. I much prefer controller for third-person games like this. I think I would only want to do keyboard and mouse if it was first person, because targeting is so much more of a concern and is a lot more fun with a mouse. But for like console-esque games and arcadey games like this, I much prefer using a controller. Greyoll is going to debuff me right before she dies. There we go. That's the last of it. Easy 90k runes. Nice. And if we wanted to do dragon incantations, now we would have a plentiful supply for that, but we don't, so that's fine. There's a playthrough I did where I did the Greyoll glitch just because I wanted to leave the poor girl alive. Yeah, or at least come back and fight her the legit way. Okay, now we obviously have a lot more runes, so we'll put a lot more into probably Vigor, I will say. But we can actually equip the Academy Glintstone Staff. Let's read about this, actually, because I kind of want to... Only a recognized sorcerer is permitted to wield this staff. This has no skill, so you can block with it. Embedded with a turquoise glintstone. Well, they better recognize me at the Academy now. Okay, I'm definitely going to put some points into Vigor because I am a frail little boy. I will also put some more points into Intelligence. I think 35 seems like a reasonable number. So 16 Vigor, 35 Int. And we'll go from there. I don't know what we'll want to put in terms of, like, Dexterity. But this staff scales with just Intelligence and Strength. And Intelligence is obviously the primary stat. So I think we'll be okay there. And then we'll try and get a sword that is good with Intelligence, but it's not going to be the star of the show. Like I said, we are planning on making this a fairly sorcery-heavy playthrough. So for now, that'll do. I think we should go and see Sellen. I would like that. First, let's go back to Carle. What's the point of leveling Vigor if I don't plan on getting hit? I do plan on getting hit. This is not like a hitless run or anything like that. Like, I'm almost certainly going to get hit. This is not going to help me at all. Except maybe in the case of, like, a little bit of extra HP and Dex. So we'll equip it for now, but it's not going to stay there long. Can Carle give me anything useful that I do not already have? I don't think so. Just rest to recover my health. And then, in terms of inventory on smithing stones, I can get up to, like, you need 10 of each, no, 12 of each smithing stone, basically, to level up. So, I think even before Sellen, I think we should go and do Limgrave Tunnels. Almost immediately ran into the tree sentinel. Just finished the video, so good. Hey, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a wild ride, let me tell you. Correct. I'm a recognized wizard now. Recognize me. It's been a really long time since I messed with glintstone sorcery in this game, so it's actually going to be kind of cool if we stick with this, you know? He did not recognize me. Chat, I was not recognized. I demand recognition! Ask to take a photo of me in the street. It's cool when they all die at once and they kind of fan out into a pattern. Witness me. Witness me, the astrologer. I tell you what, down here on the beach, there is a guy. Does he give you spells? Because the thing is, right, I'm trying to stick to glintstone sorcery and primeval sorcery because I know later on there are going to be weapons that work better for, like, the gravity magic stuff. Like, thematically, I want to build around some of those if we're going to be doing, you know, ostensibly every weapon in the game. Realistically, as many weapons as I possibly can or can be bothered to do.
You do well to steer clear of a guild like
So I want to be able to, like, build around the Alabaster Lord Sword, let's say, with something that feels a little bit more focused on gravity magic. Yeah, they did not bear witness. They did not witness the bear. Dragonburnt Ruins. I'm sure nothing weird is going on here. I'm sure this rat will not attack me. Excuse me, coming through. Gonna skirt around a Geill's little island for a little bit. Probably gonna turn up anyway, because she's a diva. I'm a recognized wizard now? I mean, I hope so. Let's see if we can kill a crab. I still have to be facing the crab, it turns out. But yes, is the answer. They actually net you a decent amount of runes for this stage in the game, but naturally at this point I am beyond the stage where leveling up is really going to be all that helpful. Oh, I should also probably equip the torch. Although I might do that in my main hand so I can still cast magic with the other hand. That said, if you torch in your main hand, then you can't, like, hold it up the way you can hold a torch in your offhand, so at some point I will have to reconcile whether the staff is going in my left hand or my right. You might ask yourself, does it really feel like the staff is the star of the show, as per the mission statement, if you're holding it in your left hand? And to that I answer, what if Aaron is left-handed? Oh, the other cool thing about this is I'm pretty sure these guys are not resistant to magic. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is going to be a lot easier than it is if you come in here with a sword and then you're like, why don't I do any damage? And why does it look like all of my hits are bouncing off these guys? It's because they're made of rocks. Like this. $16 damage versus 100 and something. Okay, that works out. What a flex, one-shotting first try. Doing my best here. I'm used to the Bare Fist Steve way of life, where strike damage does a lot to these guys as well, so I can just hit a strong attack and it usually one-shots them. Yeah, I know I can get a lantern. I just haven't been to any of the merchants that sell them yet. I'm pretty sure the one on the Liurnia Lakeshore does, so maybe I could stop by that guy, but the other one is on the Weeping Peninsula, and I haven't been that far south yet. So if that wasn't enough to persuade you, I know quite a bit about this game, so you don't really need to tell me about the lantern, but I appreciate the help. What spurred the motivation to beat the game 300 times? Variety. It's the spice of life. And honestly, like, the DLC hype has bit me pretty hard. I started a casual playthrough of this, but I found myself playing in exactly the same style I had before, and after a while I just kind of thought, why am I doing this? When I could be learning some of the other weapons and stuff. But the problem is, I have a hard time picking a new weapon. Because I don't know what I'm going to like. And so I kind of like the idea of playing through with each of them to find out what I like. You beat it 300 times because it's a good game. That too. Didn't get time to read what that said. Also should probably drink a flask. Guy with the flamethrower is down there. Need to look out for him. This does level with regular smithing stones, right? I guess I should... I'll find that out eventually anyway. I need to do that. I'm so deep in the twin blade brain rot. Yeah. Yeah, there's an extent to which you get stuck into a rut, and that's fine as long as you're still enjoying yourself, but I feel like there is so much more to this game that I never really took the chance to explore, and I might do a few of these playthroughs, kind of a mix of on-stream and off-stream. I might not stream much of it, depending on what I have time for, and the Minecraft stuff naturally takes precedence, but I do like playing this game a lot. Elden Ring was amazing the first time through. Nothing will beat that experience. Entirely fair, yes. Honestly, playing Seamless Co-op with Zoya XP was some of the most fun I've had playing this game. Oh, he manned. The pull-out, though. Oh, that doesn't heal me yet. Literally underneath him. There we go. That could have gone real bad. I realized I never set up the Wondrous Physics, so all it does is like slightly buff my resistances. That's fine. We figured it out. I bet I took extra damage there because of the Scar Seal. Anyway, we should now have enough smithing stones to at least get the staff to +3.
Well, I took you for dead.
Hugh has already started assuming I'm dead at every opportunity. So that is regular smithing stones. Excellent. I might also... See, this is the thing. I'm so used to one weapon, and one weapon only, that I don't know what I'm going to level yet. I think, honestly, as long as I have decent scaling for sorcery here, we'll be fine. But maybe later we'll figure out what sword we're going to main and what we need to update, upgrade.
I see you've noted nothing special. Trap, that's all there is to it. No, well, no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Besides, it holds.
Right, cool. So he's still traumatized by Marika. We can talk to her.
Goodness, I'm still looking for. It's not easy.
Let's at least get spirit tuning set up now, so...
Most certainly you do. I know, I can tell.
These are not decisions one can make lightly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Back over no matter. The girl. Are you absurd? I refuse. I don't.
Alright, I think that should be everything we need to do to start spirit tuning. Oh, and Dia's here now. That's good. Yep, she's gone. Great. So she should be set up here in the other room. Wonderful. Okay, so now we can tune spirits. Running a Leonora's pole blade build for the second playthrough. Nice, another weapon I've never tried. I never really took to the twin blade style, but again, one of the reasons I'm doing this. Maybe I'd really like it. I just didn't vibe with it at the time. Yeah? Let's... While I think of it... we don't have any new spells yet. That's the next thing we'll do. We'll go and see Sellen. I'm going to briefly run to the bathroom. So, let's go to be right back for a second. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in a few seconds' time. Heck yeah. Alright, let's get back to it. That makes you feel like Darth Maul? Nice. Yeah, I've not really messed with the Twin Blades that much, but I think it's got to be a fun playstyle once you get the right build for it. I know that Twin Blades are also supposed to be really good for, like, not one-shotting enemies, but at least dealing like a ton of damage really fast. I've seen some totally broken Twin Blade builds. Right, now I have enough runes I can actually buy the Wolf Ashes. I might also buy a Memory Stone from here because we'll need the room for the spells. Right now I think I only have a couple of spell slots. So we'll return to that later. Now, we need to go and see Sellen. It's going to really annoy me that my runes are there on the map, and that's Fort Faroth, and I don't really want to go back in there, so... obviously I'm going to die at some stage, and it's going to move, and it'll be fine, but... the runes being on the compass right now is a little bit annoying. Alright. Let's go take out these guys, first of all, because they're a nice easy mark. Yeah, that's how you know this is going to be the star of the show. Of course, I do have to be good at using it. Fortunately for me, this guy is not great at getting over walls. GG. And the horse survived! Yay! Run away, horse. I mean, you're the one who's not great at getting over walls, so, I mean, best of luck to you and all. I think there's another Grace over here I need to hit. It's like down there, maybe? But anyway, while we're here, I can target this guy. Oh, hello. It's a feisty one. Stop rolling through my magics. This heckin' dude. Alright. We can't use the imps here. Back, back, I say. Get Rex. Billy Butcherson. Oh, butterflies. Nice. And we can switch back to Ye Olde Glintstone Arc for this bunch of guys. Because this is going to be like bowling. Yeah. Didn't quite hit the others. Another sorcerer! I do not recognize you. You don't have the Academy Glintstone Staff, I do not recognize you. Okay, enough of that. Let's go and see Sellen. I don't need the Great Axe. I do need the Sight of Grace, though. We did get a strike there, I think, yes. It's not strike damage, but it was a strike. Is the Grace down here? It's somewhere around here. Or is it over there? Yes, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the one I'm thinking of, which is kind of out of the way for where I want to be, but we can use it later. Oh, of course, because this is the one you run up the hill to get to the Ever Jail, and that's your best port of call for Forlorn Hound later. Right. Yes. Good. I mostly just want to refill my flasks after that and confirm that I have a third spell slot. So I think equally important to this run as getting all of the Sacred Tears, Golden Seeds, we also need to make sure that we get all of the Memory Stones. And that we get a decent set of spells. We've been this way before. But this is the spot that we need to be. Running through here like a bull in a china shop to get to this cellar. The Sorceress Cellar. We could bring the imps out, but I'm kind of curious. I'm going to do a whole lot of damage to the front of it, of course. Oh, yeah, no, that's good damage. Unfortunately, the game auto-targets to his head. So we have to do a lot of rolling to really get good hits on this guy. Finish him off with the Glintstone Arc. Okay, it doesn't go through. Nice, good fight. Will it be a brand new character every time? That's the plan, yes. That is the plan. It's an award-winning pumpkin-sized head, it really is. At least he can't look at the Enderman. Oh man, why do I find Minecraft jokes still so funny after all this time? Here she is.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here.
This is dialogue I can listen to.
I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
I clearly want to learn sorcery. I mean, look at me. I'm Aaron G. Stone. I want to learn sorcery.
A yen for glintstone sorcery.
Several yen, in fact.
Well, your aptitude does appear passable.
Thanks. I'm a recognized sorcerer from the Academy.
I was exiled from the Academy of Raya Lucaria. As a reviled, apostate witch.
Oh.
Do you still wish to learn from me?
Yep.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in Glintstone sorcery, but I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never.
Do you choose to cast vicious mockery? Okay, I can nod in thought now. Great. Do I already have Glintstone Pebble? Is that what I'm already using? It's weird that I can buy it again. And Glintstone Arc. Yeah, okay. So I can have Crystal Barrage, and I can use Scholar's Shield. Scholar's Armament is still too expensive. Glintstone Stars, I might have to go with that. Oh, hang on. So yeah, let's break into some runes here. She doesn't recognize me as a recognized sorcerer, I know. I do have to face my ignorance, though. My teacher said so. So let's get those two spells.
You wish to continue the lesson? Very well. I have time aplenty.
I'm literally just standing here barefoot in a cellar. Great. So now we have the two spells that are going to be most useful to me. I will probably get Scholar's Armament and Shield another time. For now, we need to assess these spells by probably doing a couple of boss fights. Glintstone Stars is homing, which is really nice. Crystal Barrage is just a fast one and uses a bit more FP, but is also higher intelligence, which I presume means it's higher damage. So I feel like let's start with that and see how we feel about it. I can also kick, which is something I have not bothered to do yet. Yeah, she is wearing a mask. She can't see me that clearly. That's fair. That's entirely fair. So, in terms of boss fights we could do, let's go back to Church of LA. Let's go do the... let's go do the Catacombs over here, just for, like, an easy win. And we can test out Crystal Barrage in a more familiar and comfortable environment. I think the main thing that I'm not going to vibe with as far as the sorceries is, like, switching between them like this. I think that's my main problem right now. Which is, I think, one of the reasons it's going to be a good idea to get a solid sidearm. Kicking with bare feet? Not in my case, I have shoes. You briefly saw my eyeball there as well. Now, I don't know if magic can switch on and off the... There we go, we can target that guy. The fire traps in here. We'll have to find out. Did not recognize the shoes. They're not designer or anything. This is the other reason to come down into these, is because we need to get glove warts. Because that's going to be really useful for if we do more summoning. I would not mind doing like a much more summon heavy playthrough at some stage as well. I think that'd be kind of fun. Like specifically build out a character to be like a summoner. But the problem is you can only equip one set of ashes at a time. Well, you can only summon one set at a time, but maybe you can have them on, like, a pouch or something. Anyway, if I aim down here like this, I guess it matters whether or not the sorcery is hitting the... the thing or not, right? Oh, wrong one. And whether I can aim is the other question, but... Obviously, we can just walk over here and, like, roll at it. But... no Jimmy Choos in this game. Regrettably not. It is fashion souls, but not that fashionable. I guess I could also try the Glintstone Arc and see if that hits it. Oh, it does! Okay, fantastic. That's good to know. Nice. Still got the ones around the corner to deal with. Oh, interesting. Can you, like, hold that down for it to last longer or do more damage or something? Oh, hell yeah. I actually quite like that. It did drain my FP quite a lot, though. Oh, there's still one more. I forgot there's 5. I usually like to bait them out into the corridor and let the fire deal with them, but yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't know enough about the magic system in this game to know which spells benefit from, like, you hold it down. Like, the glintstone pebbles and stuff are all just, like, one-shot things, basically, but... And there's one more guy coming from the left or the right. It's the right this time. Just in case you were used to him coming from the left. Hey, it's a wandering noble. Does the list include bows? Yes. So the third item on the list is the Albinoric bow, which you get from the archers on the consecrated snowfield. It goes Academy Glintstone Staff, Alabaster Lord's Sword, Albinoric bow, and then I think Albinoric staff. So there's a few interesting variations, shall we say. I'm actually going to go back to the Grace so I can refill my flasks. I think this is another aspect that I still need to dial in about this character build is FP management and how much I'm going to avoid taking damage so that I can afford to not have as many health flasks. Because Barefist Steve is basically like all health all the time. I'm not used to a build that can avoid damage so much. But I'm going to get good at dodging, I can tell you that much. I also need to learn which glintstone sorceries are good at inflicting poise damage. Because I feel like a lot of them feel very insubstantial as far as doing like heavy hits goes. Yeah, that wasn't going to work, was it? I do like the press and hold action of Crystal Barrage, but I think the stars one is going to work better. That's my initial instinct here. It may also be that it's doing a different type of damage. Like, I assume this is all magic damage, but I could be thinking differently if it's going to work better against different types of enemies. Charging increases potency, which basically just means you fire more. Yeah, let's try Glintstone Stars, sorcery of the Olivinus Conspectus. Oh yeah, the other thing I should probably do which is hilarious because it was opposite where we fought Thops. Hello, Eloise! Welcome in! Hello! Thank you for the raid. A Legion of Soup has joined. Welcome in. Welcome to Elden Ring. So this is not what I normally stream, naturally. I did some Minecraft earlier, but now I am playing Elden Ring because I can. And because I want to. Because the DLC hype is real, but also because I want to try and play this game in a few different ways. I am actually kind of surprised that Arena is already here, but I guess she is technically dead already, so that makes sense. Right. I mean, she's Haight now, not Arena, but whatever. So now I have that. I can take that back to Sellen, and she can teach me some spells. So I played Elden Ring 4 or 5 times, and I decided that my latest set of Elden Ring playthroughs was going to be playing through using each weapon as its own, like, star thing that I build the character around in alphabetical order. So we've acquired the Academy Glintstone Staff, and I am now going to become the best wizard in the Lands Between.
There you are. Shall we commence the lesson?
I can give my teacher here a scroll.
Very well. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit.
And now we can get Great Glintstone Shard and Swift Glintstone Shard. Okay, cool. So that's larger projectiles, and that one's faster projectiles. All right. How's your stream, Al? What were you up to? Were you on SOS today? Or were you doing other stuff?
Our art draws upon the powers embedded in Glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos.
Means a lot.
Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life.
Ah, the Jurassic Park theory, I remember.
Vitality, while Glintstone contains residual life. It should not be forgotten that Glintstone sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein, a fact lost on most sorcerers these days.
Nice. Cool. So, speaking of stars, we now have Glintstone stars as a spell, but we can try out a couple of others if we want to. We've done Stormfoot Catacombs. We can go and do the cave and get access to this spot. Not that we really need it. But it gets us further along Box questline as well. I could also fight the Tree Sentinel. Not that it'll get me anything that I want, but it'd be a fun thing to do, maybe. So the next question is, can my magics allow me to take down a troll? A non-boss troll. Okay, so this does a bit more damage if you hold it down for longer. A trolley. Oh, he got me. I kind of got him at the same time, though. Take that to your left thigh and perish. It's also easy to just run by this guy, I know, but I'm just kind of curious about my capabilities. Like, I'm measuring my current, like, damage output and everything on enemies that I'm very familiar with. And that's part of why I take on these enemies that are largely inconsequential to the run, is that I just want to see, like, where I'm at damage-wise. I think the quick pebble is going to be very useful. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I need like a... I need a better torch at some stage. So this is continuation of box quests. Just gonna rest at the Grace before we check on him. Need my flasks back. Oh, nice hat. Very good hat. I'm gonna rush in and beat them to a pulp. You'll see. With a torch, no less. Okay, we're doing pretty well as far as health goes too, so I don't think I need to be too stressed out at this point. And we're one-shotting the Demi-Humans, which is a good position to be in. Torch is good for fire damage. We could summon here, but I think I'm probably more interested in just measuring my strength against these bosses again. If we get around here, do a quick glintstone arc. Okay, that's decent damage. Although I would like to get away and heal quickly. Can't roll forever. Alright, get him in a line. Okay, we killed one of the chiefs, that's fair. That guy's down. Just take care of the ads, so there's a few less bodies on the fields. Oh, and then this guy. Hi. See, if there's a single target, I can just spam Glintstone Pebble and I'm good, but... Oh, those did a loop around. That's nice. Okay. Okay, I'm sold on Glintstone Stars, I think. I think I'm enjoying that more than I was Crystal Barrage. Although that maybe has the capacity to stun them a little easier. Not bad. Not bad. Anyway, let's carry on through here. Take out a few of these other guys on the way. Make sure we grab the Grace on the island. In case I just want to pivot and turn this into a Dragon Incantations run, I suppose. But I don't think I will. Get wrecked. Ooh, a rickety shield. And we're out. Welcome to Dragon Island. Home of the Rolly Sheep. Which aren't going to roll right now, I guess, for some reason. Briefly going to grab a couple of things here, even though we don't really need them. Shout out to the Jellyfish Bro. There we go. Exalted Flesh, and I think that's all we need from here. Even though I have like 5 Dragon Hearts. Thank you, Greyoll. Let's go back here. Let's give the sewing needle to Bok, and let's mosey.
Oh, you must leave this place at once. Wait.
I will leave this place at once. Playing on PC? Yep. Oh, okay, he's just doing a thing.
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum.
Alright. We have saved his life. Somehow. By getting him a sewing needle. Reminding him that he's here to make jackets. So, where should we go from here? Where's going to be good for sorceries and stuff? We could at least focus on opening out the map slightly. I guess Roger and Stormvale is going to be another option. We can probably take Margit pretty easily now. Yeah, I'm trying to think what order I want to do things. Let's at least go to the Mistwood. And we can meet our friend on the loading screen here. Let's go stealth mode. Oh, you know what? Before we do all the Mistwood stuff, let's at least go and see Kenneth. Our dear sweet brother Kenneth.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight.
Me.
You've come to lend me your aid, have you?
Yes.
Well, that's very kind, but
What?
no. No, but the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
Imagine being at all concerned about this face.
Requisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Haight, untarnished. I want you to tonight come. What are you, my fool? Oh, I fret not. The celebration.
His considerable largesse. Also, I think he says something about avoiding Godrick, and I'm like, we'll see. We'll see how avoidy I feel. You always kick him off. Brutal, dude. I'm pretty sure you need him for, like, the, Smithing Stone later. Like, at the end of this that quest line, I think you get a Smithing Stone. Like a really good one. He has a large ass, is he Superman? Pretty much. He is this world's equivalent of Superman. Shout out to Bears, by the way. Let's go over here so we can hear Blaidd howling. There we go, caught that. We don't need to fight the bear, so I won't. And let's go back and take the forts. This game is so pretty, especially at night. It's very nice at night. It's got good ambience. Does this merchant sell me the lantern? I don't think so. I think he's the one who's just got, like, meat and stuff.
Yes, right this way. Welcome, value, please. I'm hungry.
Yeah, he just has, like, all of the invasion stuff. He does have the cookbooks, though. Kind of curious about those later. And I do like this shield. Also, St. Trina's arrows. Like, we'll use the arrows for, like, leveling up and stuff later on, but I just wish there was some glintstone sorcery that had enough range to hit that bird in the Mogwin Palace. Yes, yes, yes. Rah, rah, rah. We'll grab the Grace here. And then we'll go and take the forts. We'll go and have fun storming the castle. I should also make sure we visit the Erdtree here so that I can get the other stuff for the Physic Flask, and then I can worry less about that. Oh, this is the other great thing about this area, the second golden seed. Oh. Forgot that guy has a javelin. He does love to javel. Ow. Okay. He managed to hit me more than the one in the cellar did, so... Pebbles in your butt. Get off the cliff. Oh, he falls forward, not backwards. Never mind. These guys weren't even bothering me, which I'm kind of surprised by. Oh, I ran out of magic. Maybe it's because it's dark out and they can't see quite as far, but I'm like, I'm holding a torch, mate. Death from above. Oh, that was way less successful than using magic was. It's almost like I'm some sort of sorcerer. True Purple, thank you for the 63. Welcome back. I can use the Imp Ashes here, which might be good for damage control against the rats and various other bits, but... Get wrecked. Can't reach him. Never mind. Oh, jeez. Genuinely made me jump. I wasn't sure which direction he was coming from. No way, dude. Oh. Heckin' heck. These guys swing like really slow as well. It's kind of funny. Ah! Except when they're throwing fire pots at me. Let me drink. I tell you what, the Limgrave Baseball League has some pretty solid pitchers. Not sure how many of the cookbooks and stuff I'm going to need for this playthrough, but they're worth grabbing anyway. Yes, rodents of unusual size. What's up, Kev? Good to see you. That other guy just like popped up like that. That was comedy timing right there. Time for revenge. Nice. Oh, got a hat. Got a hat out of that. Oh, bloody slash. I forgot about that one. Ow. Nice. Easy. GG easy. Right, let's get the other half of the Dectus medallion now before I forget. And then we can go and see Brother Kenneth. Should be everything we need from here. Let's go back here just so we can get to Blaidd. Because Carly needs to teach me finger snaps.
You're back. The howl of a wolf. I suppose he must. Next time, don't fret. I just have an ink.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Goodbye.
See ya. Now, I didn't get the Mistwood Grace, so we'll just go and see Kenneth from here, I guess. Oh, I've angered the boar. The aggressive music has started.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort?
Sure did.
Well done. I knew it. Now, here's your head.
Thanks for the fancy knife.
Right then, I've much. What's that look? Well, and even the which is why just you.
Alright. Next time we go to the fort, things will not be entirely great, but that's fine. But I was doing the cylinder. I've done a little bit more resource gathering, but I expect that will take me a lot more of this week to actually work on, so fret not. We are playing a bit of casual Elden Ring for fun. Because this is what I'd be doing if I was not on stream anyway, so figured I might as well share it with you lot. Thanks for the golden rune. Let's go see the Wolfman. Where is Fingersnap these days? There it is. Blaidd, a little help. Or not. Hey, bud.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blaidd. He fled somewhere nearby. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darriwil is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Haven't played for a while, waiting for DLC. Yeah, I mean, DLC hype is gripping the nation right now, so I feel like it's a fun time to get back into this game. There's a lot of people playing it on Twitch again. Like, when I checked in earlier, there were more people playing Elden Ring than Minecraft on Twitch. That obviously changes throughout the day, but it seems like there's a couple of bigger streamers playing Elden Ring right now. And there's the usual amount of, like, you know, challenge runs and stuff that usually have a pretty high viewership anyway. But it's fun, you know? I want to dip back into this game. I got bit by the bug real hard recently. It feels like one of these games that I'm just going to come back to every, like, year or so, maybe. Maybe I didn't, like... Maybe I should rest at a grace. For the fort to, like, reset and stuff. Oh, and that's the other thing. I can do a flask. Feels like one of those timeless games you play, like Skyrim. Yeah, sure does. Having said that, I've never played Skyrim, so it's definitely one of those games that you can play multiple times over, though, which is why I intend to do that. Seriously? Do I need to finish talking to Kenneth? I guess I do. Yeah, he's still there. Weird. It's kind of impressive. I know, yeah. I do own Skyrim on Steam. Like, I bought it with the full intention of playing it, and here I am committing to playing this game like 300 times. Big Kev, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back. Do you love the different builds you can do? Yeah, so the goal here is to play a different playthrough for every weapon in the game, which obviously is going to include DLC because DLC is coming out soon, so it's going to be a kind of a ridiculous task, but mostly I just want to experiment with some playstyles I never really tried out, and some weapons that I never really found a fondness for.
Would you like? I see bright enter and who knows?
Oh, of course, yeah, you've got to accept this pledge of service or whatever, and then he's like, oh, we'll do the knighting there. That's what we need to do. And then it gets full of demi-humans. It's like RuneScape, nobody ever really stops playing RuneScape. That's also what I've heard. Skyrim will always be there anyway, yeah. Please tell me he's at least here now. Oh, good. Okay, there we go. Nice. Thank you for lining up. Nice. Okay. That's them taken care of. We've got a falchion. I don't recall if those are the starting weapons for anybody, but I feel like there's something like that. I'm pretty sure it's scimitars for the warrior, right?
I suppose one must be found. A true. And I haven't the great, but now for a true.
Okay, yeah, great. So now he's off to look for the true ruler of Limgrave, who we'll meet in Stormvale Castle a bit later. And we're not talking about Godrick. And we can return to the Mistwood to go visit the Erdtree. I think what I want to do next, just to give myself a really ridiculously easy time of fighting like Margit and the early Stormvale bosses, is go and grab some more smithing stones and level up this staff some more. Because we can get a bunch of the Smithing Stone 3 and 4s from Liurnia, just like lying around. I forget exactly where you get Smithing Stone 2s from, but there might be some in Shifra River, there might be some on Weeping Peninsula. But then, like, we've done Limgrave Tunnels. I think it's too early to do Greyoll Tunnel. We can get Smithing Stone 5s if we go to Celia Crystal Tunnel from the Warp. I'm just trying to think what the order of things is. Maybe I should just look it up. Because so far we have one Smithing Stone 2. There we go. What does this guy have? Yeah, golden runes. Golden runes. More golden runes. Summoning items, I think, as well, around here. Silver fireflies, right? Yeah. More glove warts. let's return to the surface and go to... Impaler's Catacombs isn't going to be that worthwhile, I feel like. Maybe Weeping Peninsula? I guess we can also do the Darriwil fight now that we've met Blaidd. Hail to thee, Blaidd Spirit. Waltz past these guys. Do the thing! I always like summoning Blaidd for this fight, just to draw aggro occasionally.
Darriwil. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Also, having homing attacks on this guy because he moves around so much. Pretty solid, I think. Get wrecked. Coming in me. Absolutely dunked on, dude. I'm looking forward to the Bloodhound's Fang playthrough if we get that far, because that's a sword I started using on my original playthrough and then stopped using because I found the katanas more fun, but a lot of people absolutely rate the Bloodhound's Fang for the first chunk of the game.
Had to work for it, but it's done.
I think he gives you a somber smithing stone? Yeah, that's not that useful to me with my current build. But then the Filigreed Crest is probably quite useful. The Fang is brutal. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is down to the weapon art as well. Like, a lot of people absolutely love that quick step skill that it comes with. Bloodhound's Fang's my all-time favorite. Yeah. I think a lot of people just fall in love with it early. Wait, does the merchant here sell smithing stone twos? I feel like he's got some, like a limited quantity of them. Oh, and there's one right there on the path. Even better. This bug gives you, I think, a mighty shot or something. Yeah. I think that's absolutely a hint at what's over the ridge here. Oh, this is the other thing we need to do. We need to come here and get the memory stone. It's another very handy thing to do. We need 8,000 runes to level up right now. But yeah, having more spells memorized will be fun. Yes, okay, he has one smithing stone too he can sell me. That's totally fine. Also has one stone sword key, but I have 3 already, so I won't buy it now. I'll hold off on that.
Very well.
My favorite merchant. The one who'd like to trade again. Let's get my Ninja Turtles cosplay sorted. Get that figured out. Speaking of turtles. Is the memory stone RAM or ROM? It's both. That's the trick. Seek 3 wise beasts, brackets, not the wolves. They're wise because they hide. Because they know I'm here. Was also curious if they were impervious to magic, but they are not. Just got to know where to hit them with it. Nice. So, question remains. Where do we get more of these? I feel like the Weeping Peninsula tunnel still just gives you Smithing Stone 1s most of the time, but I could be wrong about that. The one that's like down here. Like, I'm pretty sure. Far too far away. I thought I was closer to the wellspring. Fascinating to watch you play and see your sense of direction, but also memory for details connected to places. Yeah, I've played this game a lot. I have like 500 hours in Elden Ring now. I recognize that's a problem. But this is also how I feel about Minecraft. I just like getting encyclopedic knowledge of stuff and bringing it to bear on various situations. Yep, that is my bloodstain now. That's where I'm meant to be. Nice, safe landing. Could probably also fight the Knight's Cavalry here if we wanted to. I considered doing a randomizer. Not really my scene. Like, I kind of like knowing where everything is. I think that's, again, part of the fun I have learning all of this stuff and, like, memorizing it and becoming slightly more encyclopedic about the whole thing is that gets reinforced by playing playthroughs where I know where stuff is. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure he didn't snipe me while I went out and got this. And we're off again. Oh, yikes. A little close for comfort. You know what I wish? I wish they'd do something with, like, this area. I feel like there's nothing here. I feel like this is just a weird poison area for, like, kinda no reason. It's one of the only areas in the game where there isn't really a whole lot for you to do or get. Saw that one coming. Yeah, get wrecked. I wail upon your feet until you die. Weak ankles, man. Weak ankles. I don't know if I want to do Castle Morn yet. There's not really a whole lot to get here besides the boss fight. He took a staff to the ankles. He sure did. So now we have Weeping Peninsula map. What's here that we can get? Incantations, right there. Demi-Human Queen Staff, don't need. Sacred Tear, definitely. Erdtree Avatar, nice for the extra stuff for the physic. Another church. Tower of Return for the Erdtree's Blessing. This guy for the Lantern. Sellen's Quest eventually. Ancient Hero of Zamora, I think it has like Radagon's Scar Seal, which isn't that helpful to me either. Yes, he used to be an adventurer like us. So yeah, let's not do Castle Morn yet. Let us instead travel to the western half of the peninsula. What's the idea behind the A to Z? I'm planning on doing a playthrough for each Elden Ring weapon in alphabetical order. So we're starting with the Academy Glintstone Staff, then the Alabaster Lord's Sword, and then the Albinauric Bow, and then the Albinauric Staff after that, and it kind of continues from there. I don't know if all of this will be streamed. Most likely a lot of it won't. But I just want to get the most out of this game, and I feel like there are so many like weapons and play styles and stuff that I just haven't really explored when I've been playing this game more casually, and so I wanted to start this as like a long-term reason to keep playing Elden Ring. But we got the Academy Glintstone Staff from killing Thops, who is the NPC in the church that you encounter the first time you get to Liurnia. And I've genuinely never messed with NPCs before. Like, I've never had a playthrough where I go around killing everyone or whatever. So this is actually already off to a start where I'm playing in ways that I wouldn't normally, and that's the stuff that I really like about this. It's like, what can I do to completely change the way I approach this game? And also, if I pick up some stuff along the way that I'm like, this is the character I want to take into the DLC, then maybe I do that. Because right now, my main character, who I like really enjoy playing, is just a full strength build, Spiked Cestus, no gear, blue dancer charm, like all of the stuff that really works well for that build. And I love it, but I'm also kind of curious what I'm missing out on by continuing to play that way.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika.
Poor Thops. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get the Church of Vows to revive him later, because I want Tops's barrier. I want his shield spell.
Return to the lands between. Grow strong in the face of death.
All right, cool. Some more Marika lore there for everybody. Not like he had a long life otherwise. It's true, yeah. I just saved him from a slightly later death by killing him ahead of time. But the alternative for getting this staff was, like, playing up until you can enter Lucaria, which, to be fair, you can do pretty easily. But then I'd have to, like, farm the staff from the mages inside the academy instead of just getting it from, like, a guaranteed source right away. Alright, this is going to be an interesting one, actually. I might get the Imp Ashes to help out here, which may be a mistake just because of the FP cost, but here we go. Oh, I'm getting poked. Ah! Get this guy out of here, first of all. Oh, cool, yeah. I was looking at the Fanged Imp Ashes item in my carousel and being like, can I summon them again? But of course that, like, sends them back, right? Alright, that's my imps done. Oh, we poise broke him. Genuinely did not realize glintstone sorceries were capable of that. Oh, and now my back is up against a tree or something. There we go. Too many obstacles in this arena. And you don't get any bonus from using the spell closer up. Like, they don't lose any kind of damage from... Yeah, get wrecked. Still got to roll through this. But we won. Nice. Okay, that's going to be helpful. I feel like that's going to be very helpful. Yeah, like, I genuinely didn't think that you could poise break with magic, but that guy doesn't have a huge amount of poise. Guardian clothes. Nice. Probably very faith-focused, those. So we've done the minor Erdtree. That's that done. Obviously, the catacombs and stuff are below that. Demi-Human forests. There is another sacred tier in the church in the Ailing village too, so maybe I should check that out later. Need to get back to this game, left it before the Renala fight. This is good motivation. Yeah, the Renala fight can be rough. I've seen a lot of people have a really hard time with it, especially if you main magic, because she has such high resistance to magic. But yeah, I've usually gone in with like a strength or a dex build and had a much better time than other people did. Honestly, the key to having a good time in this game is understanding how the weapon upgrade system works. I feel like that's one of the major things. Because, like I said, I genuinely didn't know that if you upgrade your staff, or if you at least have a staff that you can upgrade as an early meteorite staff adopter, you can actually deal a lot more damage later. So that is something I am very happy that I now know, because I also know the shortcuts to getting a decent amount of runes and the upgrade materials. Where's the Site of Grace that's down here? I'm sure there is one. I think it's further up, actually. Never mind. Don't need to worry about it now. Just make a beeline for the church. Yeah, using an old Xbox 360 controller. Don't like the guy in the tunnel? Which tunnel are we talking? Oh, the, what is it, Cemetery Shade? Is that the guy who's here? Yeah, they're annoying. They do a lot of, like, hefty blood loss. Right, flasks. Get a little bit more, which is great. I need to start upgrading my mind. Which is a weird sentence, but, like, mind and vigor are going to be equally important here. Mind, if anything, even slightly more important, because I've not done an FP-heavy build for a while, and that's something I will absolutely overlook later and be just plumb out of mana when it comes to casting some crucial spells. Shout out to the Wandering Mausoleum. Played for about 100 hours, kind of got stuck and stopped playing, then started watching other creators' challenge runs. It got me back in. Now added another 140 onto New Game Plus 7. Nice. One of the guys who I started watching playing this when he was like absolutely fresh to the game is a guy called KG Hearts and Wine, who I think one of the Marvel Snap streamers that I was following, either like he was like raided by him. But I started like looking around for people who were playing Elden Ring for the first time and hanging out in their chat, and he is now the world record holder for the like the most New Game Plus levels reached. Like I think he's on like 170. Like on his main file is up to like New Game Plus ludicrous speed. It's absolutely wild. And he's doing like hitless and challenge runs in like absurd levels of New Game Plus. It's frankly very impressive.
Well, I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Oh, okay, we need one of those probably. There we go. Nice. Now we need 6 level 2 smithing stones, and we're on our way further up. Then you have people like Let Me Solo Her. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fun... As like an early community thing. Like, I remember hearing about that on the Besties podcast before I even played this game. And yeah, that's just glorious. What a way to live. So we've done the Everjail. We haven't done Tower of Return or Ancient Hero of Zamor yet. I'm gonna briefly look it up on the wiki where you get Smithing Stone 2s from. Stormvale Castle, Weeping Peninsula. Yeah, there's a lot in Stormvale. Lucaria Crystal Tunnels has 5. Oh, there are some in the gazebos in Liurnia. Let's go there, then. Let's go there. I think we can probably do Lucaria Crystal Tunnel now. Someone modded them into the game as a summon. I mean, there's also a summon that you get if you do more of Celavis's quest line. It's called Jarrite, who basically dresses exactly like the Let Me Solo Her character. The pot on their head kind of thing, but I'm pretty sure they just throw jars. I think I need to find a good melee weapon before I do too much stuff in Liurnia, though. I'm just trying to think what's going to be good for this playthrough that's not going to feel like it's taking over. Obviously, for an intelligence build, you've got, like, Moonveil and stuff, but I played Moonveil my first playthrough, and I don't really want to just repeat that, you know? And I don't want to go with any of the, like, really hefty armaments like Sword of Night and Flame or whatever. I think, honestly, the best approach might be completing Sellen's questline and getting, like, the Glintstone Chris or something. Just for the amount of Glintstone sorcery, like, synergy that we've got.
You're unsurprised you found no matter. Why don't you? Oh, but don't.
Oh, this guy's also got the lantern. But he does have 3 more smithing stones. So we can buy a couple of those. Oh, I can sell to him as well, can't I? Yeah. So let's get that as well. And then we can just go and get 3 more from one of the gazebos. We get the map while we're here. Could just use Carrion Slicer for melee. That's another thing, though. Like, I don't want to use all of the sorceries. Ow, I hate these guys. I don't want to use all of the sorceries just because I'm casting spells. Like, I kind of want it to be like, okay, I'd use the Carrion sorceries for a different playthrough that's got more of the Carrion sorceries as part of the weapon style, because there's going to be ostensibly 300 playthroughs, each with a different weapon, and there's only going to be so many times I can use certain, like, spells or skills or whatever. I don't want to just go whole hog on my first astrology, you know? Like, I kind of want this to be, like, Glintstone Boy, but not dip into, like, night sorcery or gravity magic or any of the more arcane stuff. Even, like, Golden Order ones, like, you know how D has those spells that are, like, absolutely wreck the undead creatures? Yeah, but those are, like, half faith and half int, I think. And, like, I don't want to kind of multi-class, if that makes sense. It's a weird set of, like, criteria that I'm setting for myself here, but I think it's the way to sustain longer and, like, more frequent playthroughs like this and still keep it interesting is to leave some stuff for later. Vulcan Bourbon says, me and my friends are enjoying your content, can't find any merch. How do you feel about someone making merch with your Minecraft character, not for wide selling mostly, but for them and their group of friends? I mean, if you want to, like, make some kind of custom pixel of stuff and then, like, give it to your mates, then, like, sure. But obviously, like, the way Minecraft does it, I think, like, the actual Minecraft team is kind of nice, where you can create merch in, like, short runs where you don't sell, like, more than 10 of them, but they still allow you to make, like, little trinkets that are based off of an Enderman or a Creeper or whatever, as long as you're not selling them in bulk as though they are mass-produced Minecraft merchandise. And I like that approach, so I'd say take a similar approach to that. Like, if you're just doing it for you and your friends and you just want to make little kind of fun knickknacks and whatnot, then go for it. But obviously, if it's more than just, like, a small run of stuff, that's when I'd have more of a problem with it, you know? I think that's a good idea to keep the game viable for longevity. Yeah, like, I think it's just... it's fun like that.
Hello.
Let's go say hi to Raya.
Hello, it's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress sent me off on an errand.
She's like, I'm not used to being in Wales. I live on a volcano.
Only if you've any qualms can... Oh, what a blessing that the thug should be resting.
How can you send me fan-created artwork and stuff? I mean, if it's artwork and it's the kind of thing that you can, like, scan in and send to me, like, I have a fan art email address, or, like, you can just send it to the email address that's, like, listed on my YouTube account. I don't have, like, a P.O. box or anything, though, for people to send me stuff, so typically I only accept, like, gifts like that from people who I trust to know my home address, because setting up a P.O. box in the UK is expensive, and, like, I don't really want to have that continued expense, you know? Oh god, the lobsters. I forgot about the lobsters. Keep running. We're just about to be one-shot by a lobster. Yikes, there it goes. Sniped. Wales is pretty cold right now. I mean, Brighton's pretty cold right now. It's freezing today. Just so wet the last few days. I think that's the main thing. Forgot I had a new memory stone, so I guess I can put Great Glintstone Shard on here. Although I do want to have the quick Glintstone Shards every so often. There we go, Liurnia North. Now I can see where the gazebos are. So we can go and get a few of them. I still haven't done so much stuff that I would normally tackle before I come to Liurnia. Like, I haven't gone and met patches or anything, you know? Oh god, the lobster. It scuttles. Get it away. P.O. boxes are hideously expensive. Used to work for a storage company who did mailboxes. Oh, yeah. Didn't realise you were in the Brighton area. I am, yes. Been living here for, over a decade now. Been in this house for, I guess, like 7 years, just about. I love Brighton. It's such a cool place. Expensive to live here, but also a very, very, very cool place. Oh god, this part. Sneaky beaky. Yeah, there we go, we got him. ladies and gentlemen, we got him. So now, I leave before I anger the lobsters. And I guess we can go... This one has, I think, a Site of Grace in it. We go here, and we go here. And I think we get Smithing Stone 3s from those. I hate those lobsters so much. Me too, dude. They're just, like, unnecessarily aggro. You know what the worst ones are, though? The ones in, the ones in the sewers under Lanedale. There's those two that you drop into that room. And I think that's where you get, like, a couple of useful items and, like, a shortcut that leads down into the catacombs there. But, like, dude, those things are a pain. The fact that there's two of them as well is just absurd. Like, you get folded by them most of the time. This guy's absolutely going to lead me towards a lobster as well. What am I doing? Ah! The cartwheels! They found me. Yeah, that shield doesn't look like it's great at blocking magic. I get that Albinaurics are probably, like, natively kind of resistant to magic, but... Didn't work out so well for them, did it? The Moog Shackle is in that room? Yeah. That's the one. But no, I feel you. What's in that? That one doesn't appear on the map. Let's go to this one first and then the other one after. Well, I absolutely hate these blue flowers. Because they send so much magic after you. There we go. Some more Smithing Stone 2s. So if we want to upgrade a sword later, then we can have plenty in reserve. Still never got one of their heads to drop. I got one on my latest character, which is hilarious because I don't really use too many, like, other pieces of equipment, you know? Rhymed Crystal Buds. Okay, where are we? Temple Quarter. South to this gazebo. You get your set and stick with it. I mean, my main character right now that I've been playing through with doesn't have gear because I'm using the Blue Dancer Charm, which is the talisman that means you do more damage the less equipment load you have. So my whole build is, like, purely a strength build, basically. I have the Spiked Cestus, an incantation seal that doesn't weigh anything, and a couple of talismans, and that's it. Classic glass cannon build? I mean, kind of, yes. Although I always think of glass cannon as being more like a mage thing. Let's go and briefly say hi to Dialos before we go and get the gazebo to the north. Where is he? I thought he was here. I'm all turned around. What have you got? What's on your situation? Magic grease, thanks. As if I don't have enough of that just running in my veins. Ah, the Academy. They'll recognize me when I turn up there. In before more heckin' lobsters. Oh, wait a second. This one isn't even a smithing stone thing. I guess we probably want to go here then, right? This is all just a quest to be recognized, I know, right? It's only happened to me once before. Oh my goodness, so many jellies of different colors. Some of them angry. Bong! I guess there it turns out he has wizard embroidered on his hood, yeah. Wizard. Seek validation, become recognized Elden Lord. Just want Senpai Elden Lord to notice me. Alright, so Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel it is. Hup. Of course, naturally, there are crystal here. There are also more crystal. I thought there was going to be a smithing stone in that one. I was mistaken. Where's the grace in this one? Oh, it's literally right through there. Be patient for once. The jellyfish story is pretty sad. I know. I know the jellyfish. I don't actually have the jellyfish. The summon. So, yeah, I guess we're not getting that one talisman, right? Save that for another playthrough, maybe. Get dunked on. So that's Great Glintstone Shard, which seems pretty effective. Somber Smithing Stone 2. Jump up here. Somber Smithing Stone 3. Back of my hand, folks. The back of my hand. Oh, that's the other thing I can do now, which I forgot about until this moment. I have the lantern. So I can look into these dark places and see whether there is a hidden entrance ahead. Spoiler alert, there is not. Didn't know there was a Somber 3 there? Yeah. Always got to check behind stuff. Yeah, that was optimistic, wasn't it? So I'm thinking probably Glintstone Arc here. Guess that didn't work out so well for me. The staff that these guys have is another weapon that we'll have to become acquainted with at some stage. But this is going to be where we get all the Smithing Stone 2s. And hopefully a couple of 3s. I'm pretty sure there are some 3s in here. My favourite parkour section in all the game. Nice, there's one. Somber 3. Cool, we made it. Absolutely embarrassed myself on that parkour section more than I care to admit. First try, baby. First time cheating to the stream. What's up, EJ? Welcome in. We are playing Elden Ring, which is not what I usually play on this channel. I'm normally a Minecraft guy, but I've just been getting back into this game, mostly for the DLC, but also because this game actually frickin' rules. And I've challenged myself to play through in an unconventional way, because I want to experience more of what this game has to offer, so I'm playing through a separate playthrough with each of the weapons in alphabetical order. You fool, I've trained for this. These types of parkour sections that make my stomach drop, yeah. Yeah, they are fun until they're not fun, I feel like. I have to say, I think I'm dodging pretty well so far. I don't know if that's just like the pressure of the stream paying off or if I'm just cracked today, but like I feel like so far I've not really run into too many issues with dodging. Except with Thops at the beginning, but that's, you know, I literally had my starter equipment, I was level 6. And fighting NPCs in this game is surprisingly difficult. Another Somber. Still don't know if we're actually going to get any Somber upgradable equipment this time around, because that all seems to be like the named swords. You know, the stuff that feels like a much more significant part of your build. Whereas the only significant part of this build is the staff in my left hand. Yeah. Twitch chat seems to keep, like, disconnecting and reconnecting me, by the way, so I'm sorry if I'm missing messages here and there, but I keep getting things in the chat that say, welcome to the chat room, and I'm like, I've been here, man. I've been here. Okay, come a little closer, will you? Thank you. Ow. Oof. Took one right to the dome, but I'm good. I keep forgetting that I have 4 spells now, and it's Great Glintstone Shard. The Great Googly Moogly spell. Maybe could have waited before drinking that, but boss fight's coming up. Ah, the puppets, they besiege us. I forget how vulnerable these things are to magic, but they were created by magicians, so I feel like maybe they built themselves a backdoor. Usually best to take them down before they start doing that. Is there a guy in here? No, just this guy. Who has 3 smithing stone wands. I should have come here first of all. Nice. And now I'm out of mana. Ah, and there's a guy. Not the guy. Oh, a crystal knife. Perhaps that's my first long-term weapon. It's made of crystal. And I'm dead now. A little way further down the tunnel I might actually have reached a stake of Marika, but now I am dead. I am dead and perished. At least I have the shortcut, so that's a start. Oh, that was a little rough. Hey, now my runes are in a place that I can actually go and collect them. Great Glintstone Shard. I think I was just scratching his back. RIP that guy. Down we go. No, you don't! Well, kind of worked. And nope. Okay, well. I do need to sort my mixed physic out one of these days, but... No and no. I'll take this. I will run out. Ah! Once again, I am besieged. Well, I made it out the door this time. Probably not the best place to rush in, I suppose. At least I got my runes before I died. That's the important part. This time, great glintstone shards for everybody. Nice, easy one-shots. No concerns. Except for you. Glintstone pebble for you. This is what I get for deviating from my initial plan. Doesn't care about me. Yeah, the guy shooting me through the wall was annoying. The other guys, I will grant, I didn't take them seriously enough. What do I gotta do with this? What is that? Oh, it does scale with intelligence, but also dex. Great glintstone shards for you. And then a pebble also. And also with you. There we go. Now then, we take the puppets seriously here. When my iframes run out, I roll and I heal. Oh, come on. That's like such a cruel amount of health to have left. Absolutely not. Don't even think about it. See, if I can get a fully loaded R2 in the chamber, then these guys have no chance. And those two haven't noticed me. Great. Now I leave. Oh, I guess there was a little bit further to go in here before I reached the Stake of Marika, so that's fine. That was kind of like a skill check at that point. Oh, this guy's running. He's coming for me. I will not let him get there. Oh, not you. Okay, good. That went all right. That went all right once I started to concentrate a bit. Okay, kind of traded there. I'm kind of mad about that, but that's okay. I think I should have enough. I've got, yeah, 8 Smithing Stone 3s. So I only need 4 more of those. That's 1. Because my staff is at like +5 right now. So yeah, that's another level from the Smithing Stone 2s. And then the 3s take it to +9 eventually. That's how the maths of this game works. Oh, I need to put my lantern back on as well. What's this way? Sorcery ahead. Oh. Of course. Shatter Earth. Now then, is that going to be a really good poise break? I've not really used that much because it's such a slow spell to cast. I think I didn't really want that in my dex build. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a really solid poise break. Big if true. Generally speaking, anything that takes a while to like wind up is often really good at breaking poise. So we will see. We will see. But for now, do we not have a Stake of Marika here? That's rough. Is this a Crystallian as well? It's like one of the... I'm going to switch to this just in case. Yeah, it is. Okay, right. How do you feel about magic, sir? Okay, real good, it turns out. How do you feel about being hit with a Morning Star a few times? Turns out you're cool with that. Alright, fine. Hey, the wonderful Who, thank you so much. I'm really glad you're enjoying this survival guide. It will be back fairly soon. Minecraft SOS is wrapping up next week, so after that we'll be back in the survival guide world for a little bit. So I'm curious if this emits a shockwave, allows one follow-up attack, so I need to look into that. I'm going to need it more than Glintstone Arc here, I feel like, so we can swap that out for now. I'm going to stick with the Morning Star because sometimes strike damage just does it for enemies like that. And honestly, it's not bad at just dealing with the regular Joes down here. Like, see? Pretty good, right? At this point, I want to conserve my mana because I want to see if this actually works. I'm still here. You stepped out for like 2 hours? Yes, I am still here. Playing a little bit of casual Elden Ring. We are probably going to be wrapping up soon, though, because I need to go and eat something. But it's a rainy day. And I did so much grinding work on SOS earlier that I really feel like I don't want to play too much more Minecraft today. See, that's the stuff that they're doing. I'm like, what if I can get in on that? Am I going to get some cool... Oh, hello. I forgot about you. Should not have forgotten about you. That's right. Get Morning Starred, bud. And for you, recognize my staff. Just clean that one up. There we go. Oh, we got some cool armor. Fun. The real test, though, is going to be in here. I think we can probably skip most of the room. This guy isn't really going to trouble us too much. And then we just get to the elevator. We go from there. Yay, okay. Oh, he's on the elevator with me. Yikes. No, no, absolutely not. Do not, sir. Do not. Whew. That could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone a lot worse. He was like, oh, hey, you wanted to see what that skill did? Here. Live demonstration of that skill. Alright, I will have my runes back. Thank you. Do your thing. Okay, that does absolutely nothing to this guy. So we are going to continue with plan A. Use the Morning Star. Because once you've done this part, it makes the rest of it do a little more damage. Still not as good as the Morning Star, though. This is something I learned in my first playthrough, is like, if you use the like Moonveil Katana or something like that, do a really massive weapon art with one of those, break their poise, and then once they're shattered, they take a lot more damage from everything. So that worked out for us, I guess. Fighting a sentient Beyblade, yes. They did let it rip. Directly on me, it turns out. And I'm still kind of salty about that first round, but we managed it for the second round. Right, now we've done Crystal Tunnel. Let's get out of here. Let's actually upgrade the staff some more. And let's go and probably fight Margit, and I think we'll end the stream there. Just going to wreck all the chairs in here. I'd love to fight Margit to end a stream.
I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
So we'll do this. Okay, we need 3 more Smithing Stone 3s. But I think we're good there. Let's go back to using the short sword, although maybe we'll give the crystal knife a try. We're feeling a little fruity with the crystal knife. Uses a tool to extract glintstone from broken rock, and a faint magic enwreaths the blade. And it does have quick step, which is a really nice skill to have if you want to be maneuverable, which I kind of do. It only needs 12 decks, so we meet the requirements for that, fortunately enough. And I know that's also kind of enhanced by the Saw Seal, but even then. I can take the torch off as well, just for a consideration there. I decided my weapons for every letter. I'm doing all of them. Like, literally the entire list of weapons in alphabetical order. And if I do this, 156. If I do that, 156. Yeah. Okay, let's continue boosting intelligence. Mix the physic. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I think we'll go Opalin Bubble Tier, just because I don't have many options right now. I can go to the Mistwood and get the other ones that are by the tree. But yeah, for now, let's go fight Margit. And then we can do Stormveil next time if there is a next time, which I hope there will, because I really like this game. I want to try out this dagger first, though. Oh, I tell you what would be an amazing build, actually. Okay, maybe the dagger a little bit too low damage output for this scenario. But a really cool build would be getting like a dagger like this and the talisman that earns you FP back for stealth kills on enemies. Not like stealth kills, but like critical hits. I think that'd be really fun. I haven't really played with daggers all that much. Oh, hello. I guess the other thing about this Shatter Earth spell, which I hadn't considered, is that it's probably quite good at AoE damage, provided that you can do one. Honestly, this entire army can do one. There you go. Takes a bit of wind up. But then absolutely crushes these guys. Also, daggers are so good at crit. I also need to know how the follow-up attack mechanic works for this spell, so... Still figuring that part out. But that wasn't terrible. I didn't die, but then I'm not really at the point where I should be dying to guys around here, so... I like how swishy the dagger is, though. Assassin's Cerulean Dagger. Yes, yes, yes. That's the one. Foul Tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. I could summon my homeboy Roger for this, but I will not. I'm a solo sorcerer, yet to be recognized. Yeah, we won't need Glintstone Arc, so Glintstone Shard seems good. There he is. Is the next stream going to be about Minecraft? Yes. The stream earlier today was also about Minecraft.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Thud. Have I tried killing Morgott before Margit? Yes, I did that on my last playthrough of this that I streamed when I was building my Barefist Steve character.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
It's a pretty funny alias considering that, like, he changed, like, a letter. I forgot he follows that up. I've honestly not fought this guy super legit for a while. Like, I feel like all my builds lately have kind of been cheese, so I just go in all guns blazing and I forget to actually remember his attack patterns because I can just crush. Even this is, like, absurdly overpowered for where you're supposed to be in this fight. Ooh, hit me right as I was drinking. Nice combo. There we go. Delayed attack again. Caught him in the air with that one. That was stylish. Okay, he caught me drinking there, but... that was sloppy, but I'll take it. Don't mind having an extra talisman as well.
Smoldering with thy meager. Cower in fear of the night.
Alright. That, I think, friends, is where we will leave it for today. Well, I could maybe use a little more vigor. Maybe a little more intelligence, but I think we'll go vigor today. 17's a good number to end on. 37 would also be a good number, so spoiled for choice. Alright, this has not been bad. This has been pretty fun. We'll see how far we get next time around, but it's actually really fun also playing this game with a decent amount of knowledge of the game and an idea of where to go, but absolutely no restrictions on, like, how many of the quests and bosses I need to attempt and all of that stuff. Like, I'm not going for 100%, right? I'm going to drop you folks off with Hypno from Hermitcraft, who's been playing Elden Ring himself. He's on Altus right now. He is still dressed as a samurai, so I guess he went whole hog with the samurai build. So if you're still unclear about how this game goes, spoilers, I suppose, but I don't know how much of the plot he'll actually be getting into. But I'll send you folks over to Hypno, and that's where we'll wrap things up for today. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you all enjoyed the streams today. We might be back to Elden Ring at some point in future, but for now, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.